Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ravneet. Today I am updating on my 50 Shades of Green project pan. I skipped the last month's update, so this is my update number 3 and 4 both. The reason I skipped last month is just because I was not feeling my best and I also needed some rest to recover. But before we get started, if you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel because I make a lot of panning videos. And without further ado, let's get started. So this project was created by Jessica, Amanda, and Cece. It's a part of Pantastic Ladies collab. Pantastic Ladies is a Facebook group. It's basically a community for people who like panning their makeup and just getting most use out of it. In this project, we are working on 50 items which have some sort of green in it. It might not be green necessarily, but if there's green in packaging, in name, or the product itself is green, that can be considered as a candidate for this project. This is the first time I'm doing any sort of 50 Shades kind of project, so I kind of played it really safe. I pulled in a lot of samples to finish. Samples or like really tiny items. So I have mostly skincare items that I want to finish. They're like sample size or 30 mls, 20 mls, that kind of amount of product. And I am also working on all of my green eyeshadows, so I just want to use all of my green eyeshadows in my collection 10 times each. After starting my project, I acquired a few more eyeshadows which are green, but I'm not including them in this project because they were not in my collection at the time when I started it. If I hit my goal early on my current eyeshadows, I might roll them in this project like later, but for now we are just focusing on the ones that we originally selected at the introduction of this project. I have hit 10 uses on all of the eligible green eyeshadows in my The Child palette, and I was working on this palette from Revolution X Demi, and I wanted to use all the green eyeshadows in here at least 10 times. This is how my palette looked like last update. And this is how my palette is looking like now. So the shades I was working on are Calypso, Greens, Saint Catherine, and this is called Definitely. Last time I had 9 uses on this one and I used it one more additional time to hit to 10. I think I might have used it a couple more times to just maybe expand the pan, but I don't remember. And for greens, I had 7 uses and I used it 3 more times to get to that 10 uses. For Definitely, I had it used 6 times and I used it 4 more times, and I was also able to hit side pan on this one. For Saint Catherine, I used it 5 times earlier and I used it 5 additional times to get it to 10, and I was also able to hit pan on this one. My goal in this project was just to use the eyeshadows 10 times, but I was also able to hit pan on 3 of these eyeshadows in this project. So the shade called Definitely already had a pan when we started. I was able to hit pan on Calypso, Greens, and Saint Catherine. I hit pan and I expanded it, and for Definitely I hit the side pan. I am overall really happy with all the progress I have on this palette, and I'm glad I rolled it in because I was able to make a lot more progress on this palette in this project. So I am rolling this palette out from this project for now. And the other goal that we hit was finishing up a moisturizer. So this moisturizer is from AOA Studio. It's their Cica 7 Calming Complex. I really like this moisturizer. It's really nice. It really calms my irritated skin. And this is now empty. So we have 2 goals met, or maybe I would say more because each individual shade counts as 1 item. So 5 goals met for this update. And the 6th goal that is met for this update comes from this ABH Jackie Aina palette. It's really popular on my channel. I do love it. I pull it in a lot of my projects, and I was working on one shade from this palette. It's called Sponsored. and I was able to use it 10 times as well. This is how that one looks like. It has a huge dip going on because I had some previous uses on this one as well. But these eyeshadows are really pigmented, and I am a little bit disappointed with this shade in particular because it creases on me a lot. I think the only way it holds up on my eyelids is if I put some glitter glue underneath. But yeah, otherwise it just creases like crazy. Maybe it's because of the weather, but yeah, that's what's happening with this palette or with that shade in particular. And those are all the goals that I have managed to meet. In last update, I also rolled in this palette. It's the Flower Light, sorry, not Flower Light, it's the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. And I was hoping to get my 10 uses on this eyeshadow called Anaconda, but it's really fall kind of shade for me. Like, it has a really dark base, so I like this shade, but I think I'll be getting more use out of this one in fall, so I have only used it once. So it's staying in, and I'll get back to it whenever I want to. But yeah, I'll definitely get my 10 uses out of that eyeshadow. So far, I think we did pretty good. I have already hit my goals on 3 different palettes, and we only have 3 other palettes remaining. Hey, it's editing Ravneet here. So I totally forgot about this palette. It's the Hela palette by Orange Eye in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. So for this palette, my goal is to use each shade in here 10 times each. So my strategy with this one is I try to use each shade in here at least once in a month, so that in 10 months I would have 10 uses on all of those eyeshadows. First one is this Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. The second one is Subculture, and the last is Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. I have not used this or this so far this year. So for next update, what I want to do is I want to focus on my Urban Decay Stoned Vibes palette. This is very lightly used palette in my collection overall, and I have these 4 eyeshadows in this project. The first one is called Jade, this one is called Vibes, and this is called Bloodstone and Raw Energy. So let's see how much damage I can make on this palette. I mean, I'm not gonna make a lot of damage, but I just meant it in form of uses. And for Subculture, I think I'll wait until fall because I have these 4 eyeshadows in here: Electric, Destiny, Untamed, and Axis. So we'll see if I reach for this eyeshadow palette or if I just don't. But yeah, I guess we'll find out, because so far I feel like I'm really going good with all of my items, and especially eyeshadows. So yeah, I'm feeling really optimistic that I'll be able to hit all of my goals by the end of this project. And also we'll see, like, if I hit some of my goals early, we might roll in few more items into this project. But yeah, I think time will tell. We'll see. But that was everything for today's update. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching my video. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.